What's happening, folks? Back with another reaction. Back with some more from Teenage Head and their 1980 album Frantic City. Thank you as always to Yvonne, as well as to Luca, who's like perfectly inconveniently sitting down here. I can't stretch my legs this way or that way. But yes, the next tune on the playlist is Disgusteen, which, number one, feels like it's already playing a bit off of their band name, Teenage Head, Disgusteen. And of course, it's a play on words with the word disgusting, and perhaps in that regard, suggesting that there is some behavior among maybe a certain set of teens, or a given teen, and perhaps teens more broadly, which admittedly, teenage years, quite famously, at least in some cultures, is seen as a time of rebellion, pushing back against authority, including parents and other, familial authority figures, making dangerous or at the least dubious behavioral choices, beginning to engage with adult matters, but maybe in an immature and or reckless way. So I feel like any of that could be possible lyrical ground here, and yet it could be a funny pun in a narrative that is more specific and particular to a created story or a set of characters. So I'll see what I can catch on a first listen. This is Teenage Head. We're listening to the album Frantic City 1980, and the song is called Disgusteen.
Nice day for the party, isn't it? I'll get you.
Mama, you can't listen to the radio all day.
But this is my home. I got no place.
Come on in, Father Kellis. Reagan's inside here with me. He's going nowhere.
But please, it's so cold. You must let me go.
He's not going anywhere. Not till I'm finished with her. You understand? Just untie my hands. Let me free. Unto the power. The power of Christ doesn't compare anyone. Not today. Understand?
I
there's so much to say about that tune. I'll try to be focused here. Okay, first of all, there's clearly a bit of comedy to it, and the voices, like, inhabiting character voices. And seemingly there's some play here off of The Exorcist. I don't really know those movies. I don't watch a lot of horror movies, but the power of Christ compels you, and the speaking in this crazy demonic voice, projectile vomiting, all that, and, I'm not letting him out of here, or her out of here, till I'm done with her, and so on. It feels like it is playing off The Exorcist, but there's other lines like, breaking a stereo, and maybe that's, again, sort of this demonic possessed behavior, whether we're really talking in some metaphysical, spiritual way, or whether it's more like playing off of that, about like, erratic, potentially violent, but also reckless teenage behavior. But it's also being self-applied, and I think it's like, we're disgusting, but like, I'm disgusting, he's saying. So I don't know whether it's, again, more general a commentary on erratic teenage behavior and going to parties and loud music and, driving around. And I think, what was it, he talked about like taking a cup of whiskey or something, and then he was driving around his car. Did he hit a priest? I think he hit a priest. And then the mom, her voice, you haven't been around here in so long. And then when he was speaking in that demonic voice, it sounded like he was demonic and also a little bit Irish, which I was amused by. So, yeah, like very funny. And also, again, maybe like playing off of some, well-known movie or film franchise, and perhaps, again, extrapolating that to make a larger commentary, if also comedic, about, partying teenage behavior. So, yeah, lyrically, I don't quite know how it all stitches together, but I definitely heard bits and pieces of it, and I have a sense, at least in a few ways, of what is being spoken to. And yes, again, like, funny vocals, but also compelling, like, character work, if you will. And yeah, fantastic guitar. Again, some moments, like shredding down the strings, other moments, sort of hitting it a bit harder, like, edgy kind of rock and roll, other moments where it kind of lightens up a little bit and you could really hear the bass guitar sort of grooving away. And yeah, I just really enjoyed the sequencing, and it's another, because this one doesn't sound like throwback rock and roll. It sounds, I guess, a little punk rock, but it also has, again, this kind of like harder rock sound. So their ability to, over the course of their material, and even within a single song, take some different aspects from different rock subgenres is really compelling. And again, maybe the standout feature of this one for me was the guitar work, so absolutely love that. We're getting, I think, close to the end of the album, and again, there's another album waiting behind this, so thank you again to Yvonne, who provided not only the Teenage Head material proper, but if you remember, folks who've been here for a while will know, I went through a Vapids, or Vapids, if you will, cover album of Teenage Head material, so it's cool to, have been introduced to them indirectly through that, and now to go through their work proper. So, yeah, looking forward to the next one. Let me know what you think, and I will see you then. Peace.